It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Macalester community. As you begin your journey, we want to provide you with a sense of place, of who has come before you, and how your new home for the next 4 years came to be. Macalester was founded in 1874 with a commitment to making it one of the finest institutions in the country. Its founder, the Reverend Edward Duffield Neal, served as a chaplain in the Civil War and held positions in 3 U.S. presidential administrations. Journeying to the Minnesota Territory in 1849 to do missionary work, he founded 2 churches and served as the state's first superintendent of public education. Despite serving as the first chancellor of the University of Minnesota, Neal believed that only a private college could offer both the academic quality and the values needed to prepare future generations of leaders. He planned a college that would be equal in academic strength to the best colleges in the East, with the first 6 students and 5 faculty beginning in 1885. Today, we are proud of our location in a Midwestern metropolitan area that is consistently voted one of the best places to live in the U.S. Interestingly, when the campus was first established, its location was considered remote and removed from Minneapolis and St. Paul. The Board of Trustees took half of the 100 acres designated for the college and developed the Tangletown neighborhood that surrounds us today. They were certain that 50 acres would be big enough to handle any need we might encounter. Macalester was named for James Macalester, a prominent businessman from the east coast of the U.S., whose generosity funded the institution. From the beginning, Macalester was different from other colleges. Although founded with an affiliation to the Presbyterian Church, the college prided itself on being non-sectarian, making it unusually inclusive for its day. Throughout its history, the college was fortunate to have a series of strong and inspirational presidents who established Macalester's foundational values of academics, internationalism, and service. Many of the buildings on campus, Wallace, Turk, Rice, for example, are named for them. For example, President Wallace set a vision on academic excellence in world affairs and serving humanity from a global perspective. President Charles J. Turk continued this vision in the 1940s and 1950s by beginning to recruit international students, creating study abroad opportunities, and hiring faculty from diverse backgrounds. As a symbol of commitment to international harmony, he raised the United Nations flag on campus in 1950, and it has flown every day since then, just below the United States flag. This history has continued in this generation under the leadership of President Rosenberg, with the 2009 completion of Markham Hall, the new home for the Institute for Global Citizenship, and the first LEED Platinum certified academic building in the state of Minnesota. The stories of 4 alumni provide further evidence of the historic nature of those values. Catherine Deaver Lealtad became Macalester's first African-American graduate in 1915. As a physician, she spent a long career treating children affected by poverty, war, and famine around the world. Esther Tori Suzuki was admitted to Macalester in 1942, freeing her from the internment camp where her Japanese-American family was placed during World War II. She became a social worker and human rights activist. Walter Mondale, who grew up in southern Minnesota, was part of the class of 1950. He went on to become Vice President of the United States, a U.S. Senator, and U.S. Ambassador to Japan. Kofi Annan came to Macalester from Ghana. After his 1961 graduation, he began a career with the United Nations, culminating in his election to the post of UN Secretary General and his receipt of the 2001 Nobel Peace Prize. More important than titles or prestige, the college has a long history of educating students who go out into the world determined to make a difference in the world around them. I share these stories with you to give you just a glimpse of the rich history of those who have come before you. As you begin here today, more than 125 years after that first class in 1885, I ask you to think for just a minute about all the alumni who have come before you and how they have shaped and made the college we see around us today. Who will you become? What will your legacy be? These are only 2 of the many questions we will help you discover in the next 4 years.